Hello, everybody. What's going on? This is Andrew, and today I am trying out this crazy Siege Rhino deck. A little backstory on this deck before I get into the deck tech. I saw a list very, very similar to this on Twitter. Some grinder that I knew, I can't remember who now, had posted it and said that they followed a Pioneer League with a deck very similar to this. And I thought, oh, this deck is awesome. I love Enigmatic Incarnation decks. Let's try to port it over to Explorer. Well, at the time, Siege Rhino hadn't been reprinted yet, so I tried to rebuild the deck without Siege Rhino, played a couple matches with it, the deck was clunky and bad, and it wasn't really working. Cut to today, obviously Siege Rhino's been released as part of the Explorer Anthologies, so I rebuilt this deck, did a test game with it, did fantastic because Siege Rhino is a cool card to play in a shell like this. And so now I'm happy enough with the build I came up with after the port to show it off here today. So this deck is a Yorion deck at its core. It has a bunch of creatures and cards that do good things if you blink them. Cards like Omen of the Forge, Trial of Ambition, Omen of the Sea, Skyclad Apparition, Elspeth's Nightmare, Oath of Kaya. You get it. But then we're also combining that shell with a Fires of Invention and Enigmatic Incarnation shell. So just a reminder for those who may be unfamiliar with this card says at the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice another enchantment. If you do, suit your library for a creature with mana value equal to 1 plus a sacrificed enchantment's mana value, and put that card into the battlefield. So mostly what you do with this card is you sacrifice your 2 mana enchantments that have already done a thing by entering the battlefield, and you go search up whatever 3 mana creature best suits what you need at this time. You can go grab Knight of Autumn if you have an artifact or enchantment to blow up. You have Deputy of Detention and Skyclad Apparition to go get as removal spells. You can go get a Glasspool Mimic to copy your Siege Rhino. Archon of Emeria is good against certain decks, you get the drill. But then you can also turn your Oath of Kayas or your Elspeth's Nightmares into Siege Rhinos, and you can turn double or the second copy of Enigmatic Incarnation or a Fires of Invention that you don't need anymore into one of these 5 mana spells, including a main deck Yorion, which you can use to blink everything and go all over again. I think it's a really cool shell. The mana base is wild because you need to be able to cast all of your spells, but at the core this is a white, black, green deck, splashing a little bit of blue and splashing a little bit of red. And the mana base, it works. You've got some check lands because all of these cards are 3 land types. You got some Shipwreck Marshes. It just kind of works for the most part. You don't need to think about it too much. The one combination that's really cool is Yarok plus Siege Rhino to just kill your opponent out of nowhere. And like I said, the main deck Yorion is nice to be able to go find if you end up with extra Enigmatic Incarnations to blink all your stuff. In the sideboard, we've got some Fries, some Mystical Disputes, a Yasharn, some Baffling Ends, some Rest in Pieces, and some Destiny Spinners to help get through control decks. This deck should be really, really good against a lot of kind of derpy mid-range stuff because we should go over the top. Control, we should be able to deal with pretty okay, but we'll see if that works in practice. And that's this deck. Siege Rhino plus Yorion seems like a good combo. Let's see if it works. Alright, getting into the first match here. Match is in gold because the rank reset just happened. I actually think I'm mulliganing this hand. If I had a third land, I would keep it, and if I had a blue land, I would keep it, but since neither of these lands make blue and I don't have a third land, and the second Enigmatic Incarnation is kind of useless right off the bat, I think I'd take a mulligan, look for a better hand. This hand is a little bit better, so I will keep this, and put back the Woodland Cemetery, or the Hinterland Harbor. I guess it's the Harbor. So I can go Blood Crypt on 1. This Renegade Rallier doesn't do a whole lot in this matchup. Trial of Ambition's a fine draw. Obviously not casting it into nothing. Opponent has a Rogue Refiner, sure. We'll go Trial of Ambition to take the Rogue Refiner. I could play the Triumph. I'm wondering if I'm cycling the Triumph, so I'm not going to play it yet. Karn, sure. Are they getting an Aetherworks Marvel? Yes, they are. Black, green, white, other. So we can play the Siege Rhino. We're going to be too slow here. The Marvel's just going to kill us. That's my guess. Decks like these Yorion decks are pretty bad at fighting combo decks, historically, so I am not expecting to be able to pull this game out. If we find an Incarnation and we can maybe get the Marvel with our Knight of Autumn, maybe we can still win this match, but I do not have high hopes. Servant of the Conduit. Well, there's the Incarnation. The issue is Incarnation here. I guess I can go get Archon of Emeria this turn. That stops them for now. Am I playing this land or holding it still? I think I'm just playing it. Playing Incarnation. Kill Karn with Siege Rhino.
There is always another fight.
So what am I getting? I can get Archon of Emeria. So they can't cast more than one spell each turn, because they cast a spell with this. You cast a spell without paying its mana cost. I'll want to go get Knight of Autumn later. And I could get the Glasspool Mimic to copy Siege Rhino, but that's just not enough of a clock. So I think I just grab the Archon. They might just play Godfrey Statue here. I kind of hope they play the Aetherworks Marvel. That gives me a chance at drawing a 2-mana enchantment and then just going and getting the Knight of Autumn to blow it up. Oh, I hope they spin. Spin, spin, spin. They knew better. I'm definitely cycling this. Shoot. Pick this up. Attack. And hope they don't have anything too good on the Aetherworks Marvel. Tulsimir doesn't do much. Yep, spin. And they hit Ugin. Well, that's probably game over. Because that gets rid of my enigmatic incarnation as well. And I can play Tulsimir here. the wolf fights something, but that doesn't really help. I mean, I guess I play it, make a wolf. They can just plus Ugin.
Consider this a warning.
Second card. Minus is to go get. Heart of Curing. Interesting. Yeah, I'll concede from here. We could have kept fighting, but our hand just lined up very badly against what our opponent was doing. The issue is we don't have great sideboard cards for them. Fry kills like rogue refiners. It's not worth it. I think I bring in the counter spells because they're better than some of this stuff. That's like all I can bring in. Yeah. Yeah, Skyclave Apparition can take their thing also. I feel like I trim like an Omen of the Forge, Trial of Ambition, and like the Callous Blood Mage. And we just run it back. I guess I could have cut the Tulsimir. The Tulsimir doesn't do hardly anything. Well, if we get to a game 3, I'll probably do that. Yeah, we've got the Knight of Autumn. Land a tune, sure. Ooh, Sacred Foundry. Yeah, I'll shock the Sacred Foundry. I think that's fine. Omen of the Sea. Let's see what we can find. Incarnation, Trial of Ambition. I think I want both of these cards. Now the issue is I have to play the Shipwreck Marsh first. So we'll see what my land drop here is. Or I'd like to find a land to play. Perfect. So am I slamming the Siege Rhino and putting pressure on the board, or am I incarnationing? I think it's incarnation, go get Archon. And again, it's Archon so that if my opponent wants to play their Aetherworks Marvel next turn, they cannot spin it immediately. And then I get to go Knight of Autumn. No blocks. They just did nothing. hit for 2. Play Siege Rhino. Am I sacrificing this Omen of the Sea? I think so. I don't know what I'm getting, but I think so. Oh, I can just get Gloom Shrieker and pick up... Let me see. I could get Gloom Shrieker, pick up Siege Rhino, or I could, like, get Trial of Ambition or Omen of the Sea back with Renegade Rallier. I think it's just get Omen of the Sea back. Don't need... Actually, if I get second Incarnation, I can turn one of the Incarnations into Yarok. Yeah. Just play Karn here, sure.
My grief fuels my mission.
I'll shock. Play Incarnation. Both attack Karn. Yep, that's fine. And then I'm gonna go get Yarok. And I'm gonna go get Gloom Shrieker. Gloom Shrieker is gonna pick up Siege Rhino. And Trial of Ambition. Pretty good little little play there. Play Marvel, sure.
Evil cannot withstand.
Here's the Omen of the Sea. I'd like to find a Mystical Dispute just for backup if I could. Actually, don't think I want either of these cards. I don't need Fires of Invention right now. Second Omen of the Sea trigger. I think I'm just bottoming both. I don't need the fires. Don't need it, but that's what I got anyways. My turn. Let's see. Can go for the kill. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, actually I can go for the kill and kill Karn. So they can spin Marvel. But what if I send both at you, and then I go Siege Rhino plus Glasspool Mimic? Nah, I'll just take it slow. I'll take it slow.
There are greater battles.
Yeah, I did this in the wrong order. I should have played the Knight of Autumn first. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Put some counters on my Knight of Autumn. Now they're spinning. If they hit a creature, I just get a Trial of Ambition it.
Anyone who stands in my way is getting sizzled.
Chandra's a pretty good hit. Archon means I don't get a second spell. So I'll pick up Yorion. Ooh, I could turn Gloom Shrieker into Siege Rhino. Or I can turn Omen of the Sea into, like, Skyclave Apparition. I'll do the Gloom Shrieker thing, that sounds good. Yeah, then I should have gone for the kill. I forgot I had the Gloom Shrieker that I could turn into a Siege Rhino. Lots of little lines at this deck. So Chandra can kill 2 of my creatures. But if they kill just the 2, then I still have these 2.
Really big fireball.
And I'm planning on just winning with Yarok this turn. Okay, Puzzle Knot plus Marvel, sure. And then spin. If we don't hit Ugin, we win here. Nice. Good game, opponent. We're going to game 3. Attack you. Play this. This is also a Rhino. Ha ha ha. Gotcha with my Rhinos. Okay, Tolsimir doesn't do a lot here. I think I would rather have an Omen of the Forge or a Trial of Ambition. Either. They're both fine. Because I'd rather have the Omen of the Forge a little bit more. Okay. Game 3. That game we were able to put our opponent on a little bit of a clock, which was important. And the Archon of Emuria slowed them down enough. We were casting just 1 spell a turn anyways. Our opponent wanted to cast multiple spells a turn, especially with their Aetherworks Marvel. But even then, I could have killed our opponent a turn sooner because I could have played Siege Rhino, gotten the Drain triggers, attacked our opponent, and then turned Gloom Shrieker into another Siege Rhino. Alright, on the draw this game. Yeah, we keep this. We go Savai Triumph on 1, Shock Sacred Foundry and Lithoform Blight on 2. Turn off their Stomping Ground. Yep, there's Rogue Refiner. Only drawn lands. I'm not going to play this Raugrin Triome. I'll just go Farmland plus Oath of Kaya. I'd like to draw a spell next turn that I can double spell with my Fires of Invention. That would be nice. That works. Am I turning Oath of Kaya into a Siege Rhino? Probably. Kaya turns into a Siege Rhino. Trigger. Cycle Triumph, sure. Opponent's done nothing. Just played lands and a Rogue Refiner. Pretty far away from being ready to hit with Aetherworks Marvel. Elder Gargaroth. Sure. I can turn this into what? Skyclave Apparition. Oh, Deputy of Attention. So this turns into Deputy of Attention. That's good. Play Yorion. Blink my Siege Rhino. That comes back. Sacrifice that. Go get. I could just get like Renegade Rallier to make my board bigger, but I think I get the Deputy of Detention. Then I'll cycle this on end step. I can turn the Fires of Invention into Yarok to potentially just kill our opponent next turn. Or over the course of the next few turns, I should say. I can attack with these two creatures and then play the second Yorion. Playing the second Yorion lets me blink the original Yorion. Okay, our opponent gets to spin. Ulamog. Actually, I can beat Ulamog. Let's see what they take. Fires plus Deputy. No attackers. I can turn one of these into a Yarok. Do I turn this one into Kenrith? I think so. Oh, they're attacking with Elder Gargaroth? I think I double block Gargaroth with Yorion plus Kenrith. Or I just single block with Yarok. Let me see, if I block with Yarok, I don't have enough to pick up and play Yorion next turn. I think I'm just blocking with with Yorion. Sorry, with Yarok. This thing has Death Touch. Yeah, that generates 4. Do they have a fight spell or something? Harnessed Lightning, sure. Yep, I take some damage, gain some life. It's a good draw. It's a really good draw. Mimic Siege Rhino. Go. Because I'm a Yorion deck, 2 attacks from Ulamog doesn't kill me. Karn, sure.
Let us begin.
What can you get with Karn here? A Woodweaver's Puzzle Knot? I don't think they have those in the sideboard, but a Puzzle Knot would be a good thing to grab here, because then you could spin Marvel again. I really don't think our opponent should have attacked with the Elder Gargaroth. Them attacking there gave us a way back into this game. Okay, they get Heart of Kirin. Which is fine, but it's a 4/4. You have another Harness Lightning? You do. You got into 1 energy. No. Sure. If they find Ugin, I lose. But no Ugin means we are definitely still in this game. Yeah. Now we just win. I guess I don't know that we just win. This could be a mystical dispute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even if it is a mystical dispute, it doesn't matter. Attack you for 4. Play Yorion. Yeah, nice. Got the win. Yorion Rhinos. It's a really cool deck. Let's get into another match. Alright, getting into our second match here with our Yorion Rhinos deck. We will play first. This hand looks good to me. Try them on 1, and then we can either draw a card on turn 2 or kill a thing on turn 2 if we need to. Just a swamp. Okay. Let's go Watery Grave and then Lithoform Blight. Nice. Incarnation's a great draw, obviously. Do I shock to draw Yorion? I don't think so. I think I'm just chilling. Field of Ruin. Sure. Joke's on you, I've got a forest. Okay. What do they take? Fires of Invention? No, they take Enigmatic Incarnation. So I'll play the fires. Pass the turn. Graveyard Trespasser, sure. Shock that. Play Kenrith. Everything tramples and hastes. Attack. I could do Yorion. Yeah, I should probably just do Yorion. Alright, here's my Yorion. This and this. Cool. I have a Godless Shrine, which I can discard to the Graveyard Trespasser. If I want to target it with the Deputy of Detention. Yep. Kenrith has been murdered. And then attack to get the Kenrith? Sure. Okay. Opponent is putting up a fight. Here's a Siege Rhino. Go. Yep.
Consider yourself fortunate our motives align. You wish to know my secrets? Very well.
I think the plan is to just go dip. Let's open up the sea first. Yep. I'll draw Elspeth's Nightmare, that's for later. For now, it's just Deputy. Take Sorin.
One more grudge.
Hit for 4. I'm holding the Godless Shrine in case they have another Graveyard Trespasser. Invoke Despair. Yeah.
Out of my way. I have a wedding to stop.
They make a vampire. Now they lose the game.
Can deal with my servant.
Elspeth's Nightmare kills that. Open up the Forge, hits you for 2. And then Rhino kills you. Cool. Took apart mono black. I think I want Baffling Ends. That being said, I don't even know if I do. Like, they didn't have that many creatures. Did I just hit submit? Yasharn turns off Field of Ruin. I think I just hit submit, though. That game, our stuff lined up pretty perfectly. We'll see if it works out the same way in the second game here. I'm keeping this, but I'm not happy about it. If I find a land on my draw step here, I'm very happy. No, there's still a turn for me to be happy. Find a land here, I'm very happy. There we go. That's not a land that lets me cast Lithoform Blight, but I can shock and hold up Omen of the Forge. It ends up not mattering, that's fine. Now what? I have too many options here. I think it's just this, and then the draw card mode. Yep, no blocks. And just another one. Missing on lands here kind of sucks, but I have Deputy of Detention. So, I guess that's a little... That's kind of fine. My opponent missed land drop also, so this slows them down. Maybe they can Murderous Rider this to get their stuff back without waste their whole turn. And they can't attack with these guys yet. Yeah, that's fine. Am I turning off the Field of Ruin? Yeah, probably. I'm not attacking, but I'm not blocking with this guy either. Yep, no blocks. There's Kalitas. So I'm gonna go Fires. Tap land. Incarnation. No attacks. Incarnation gets rid of the Lithoform Blight and goes to get what? Skyclave Apparition. Takes away the Kalitas. Unfortunately, the Renegade Rallier is in my hand. Doesn't do much good there. Yep, there's Graveyard Trespasser. Eats my Deputy. Let's see. I can go Omen of the Forge, kill an Aetherborn, pick up Yorion, play it, blink stuff, take the other Aetherborn, kill the Aetherborn, then they get a 4/4. That might be the play. I think that's the play. So let's pick up Yorion. Let's play this. Shoot one of these. Play Yorion. Sure. Blink this and this. Go to end step. Yorion happens first, so my stuff comes back. Kill that. I think I'm just making a 1/1. And then I'm turning the... Oh, I guess I could turn the Fires of Invention into Tulsimir. Or I'd turn the Omen of the Forge into, like, a Gloom Shrieker. Yeah, let's turn Fires into Tulsimir. That seems good. And then I discard the Archon. Yeah, that seems good. Now I can Omen of the Sea if I don't want to cycle the Triome. Okay. Pretty happy to trade this with this. Omen of the Sea. Found a Siege Rhino. It's pretty good. Just play the Rhino. Attack for 4. Sacrifice the Omen. Go get... I think I just get Mimic. I hope the Nightmare is good here. Declare a blocker. Or they just waste a turn go blanking. That's fine too. Everything attacks. Turn this into a... I'll just grab Gloom Shrieker, pick up the Omen of the Sea. Seems good. And then next turn I can turn this into another Rhino. Omen of the Sea. Nightmare killed the Murderous Rider. attack with everything, and then I get to turn Elspeth's Nightmare into a Rhino. And there we go. Yeah, that was good. So this deck is awesome. We beat a combo deck, and then we beat a grindy mid-range deck. We eat those mid-range decks for breakfast. We just have too much value going on. They can't keep up. And I was really surprised that we were able to pull off the win against the Aetherworks Marvel deck. That was cool. Showcase some of the strengths of this deck, where once you get a Rhino and another creature on board, you're putting on a lot of pressure, especially with like Incarnation or Yarok waiting to happen. You've got a lot going on. Yorion obviously suits this deck super well. I think this deck is sweet. Fires of Invention just kind of goes really nicely with Incarnation also, because you can use Fires until you're out of cards in your hand, and then you can sacrifice it to upgrade it to one of these high-profile creatures. Give this deck a shot. I think this deck is super awesome. And just as a little bit of a teaser, this week on my channel is Rhino Week, so I'll be back later with another Siege Rhino deck. That being said, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you next time.